Alright guys, so in this particular one, this is the back titration. The same thing that we just did. But now, if you are going to see that practical in exam, this is how it's going to be exactly the way it is. They already gave you everything you need. Right? Now, say the following we obtained in the assay of a drug containing 0.115 gram of acetylsalicylic acid. So the expected weight we are expecting is what? 0.115 gram. Is that okay? Of acetylsalicylic acid. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to come here and write these parameters down. Go to next page. Expected weight is what? 0.115 abi gram. Exactly. Of acetylsalicylic acid. Using 0.1 molar HCl as the titrant after 25 ml of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide was added. What was the amount of the molarity of sodium hydroxide that reacted with the, this acetylsalicylic acid? We actually added it to what? Sodium hydroxide in that practical. True or false? So it means the 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide is what reacted with what? Acetylsalicylic acid directly. True or false? True. This 0.1 mole HCl reacted with the remnant of what? The sodium hydroxide, which is the excess of the sodium hydroxide. So what had interface with acetylsalicylic acid is what? 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide. Now you already have everything here. Now with the video, the lectures we just did, we already know how to calculate for our milli equivalent, right? Exactly. So what we are going to do now is just to come here. In this practical, what are you expected to do? First of all, write your equation of reaction, which of course everyone knows how to do that. So we have this CH3, and then you have COOH plus 2 sodium hydroxide. All right, and then you have this, all right, which is OH. Then we have this Na plus, I'm writing this again so that you have to better learn it in case this is a practical you saw. Now at this point in time, this is O here. At this point in time, are you sure it's 2O? It's just one O. Okay, it's 2O. Sorry about that. 2O here. So we have another O here. Sorry about that. God, I beg you. Sure. Your father. All right. At this point in time now, what are we supposed to do? Calculate our milli equivalent, right? Everybody knows how to calculate that now. So you have 180 gram of what? C8. Was it C8 we had the other time? C9, Abi? H8O what? 4. We react with how many mole of sodium hydroxide? From what we did initially, 2 mole of what? Sodium hydroxide. We say this 2 mole, according to what we know, number of mole is what? Molarity times what? Volume. What we reacted with initially was what? The amount of sodium hydroxide was the molarity of sodium hydroxide 0.1 molar. It means it is easier to get from 1 molar to 0.1 molar, right? Which is say N will be 1 molar times what? If here is 1 molar, that means the volume must be what? 2 liter for us to get 2 mole. Because 1 times 2 will give us what? 2. Had it been here, we had 3. It will now be 1 times what? 3. Now, at this point in time, what do we do? This is 1 molar. 2 liter is still the same as what? 2000 milliliter, right? Exactly. So we have 180 gram of C9H8O4 to give what? 1 molar 2000 milliliter of what? Sodium hydroxide. Now, to get from here to this, we say we divide here by what? 10, which is 18.0 gram of C9 H8O4 we give 1 divided by this is what? 0.1 mole, 2000 milliliter sodium hydroxide. To get the milli equivalent, divide both sides by what? 2000. We've already done this in the previous video I sent. So this cancel this. What are we going to have? This divided by this is going to give us what? It's going to give us 0.009 gram of C9H8O4. We react with what? 0.1 molar. Are you getting it? Then 1 ml of what? Sodium hydroxide. Is that okay? Now, exactly. Now, what does this mean? This means that for every 1 ml of sodium hydroxide, you have 0.09 gram of what? This by standard. It means 0.09 can come here, right? 0.009 gram of C9H8O4 is present in what? 0.1 mole of 1 ml of sodium hydroxide. We already know that this is what we use, so we just say present in 1 ml of what? Sodium hydroxide. So the next thing is to calculate the amount due to the presence of aspirin. Now your titer values were already given in your practical. The average titer value for the assay, which is the main assay, was given as what? 12.5 ml. They already gave you. Y for blank was what? 24.5 ml. So to get the amount due to aspirin, what will it be? 12 ml, abi? Which is 24.5 ml minus what? 12.5 ml. So you now say, come here and say titer value due to aspirin. Titer value of sodium what? Hydroxide due to aspirin. That means the presence of aspirin is equal to 24.5 minus what? 12.5. And this will give us what? 12.0 ml. Are you getting it now? 12.0 ml. So this is now the value that we are going to use to solve, based on what we have learned in the previous lecture. Exactly. So what are we going to do? We will now say that our calculated weight, from what we already know, we can decide to say this will give us this, therefore 12.0 ml will give us X, abi? Or we can say that calculated weight is what? Milli equivalent, abi? Times what? Titer value times what? The factor. Right? Now, calculated weight will be equals to what? Milli equivalent is 0.009. Titer value is what? 12.0. Factor is what? 1. Because I told you that for this case, the factor will be given as 1. Oh, yeah, calculate for me. What did you get? 0. What? 108 gram of aspirin is present. Now, initially, what was the amount of aspirin that we are expecting? Expected weight of aspirin that we are expecting? 0.115 gram. So to get our percentage purity for aspirin now, right? Percentage purity for aspirin will be equals to what? Calculated weight over expected weight times 100 what? Percent, which is equals to 0.108 divided by what? 0.115. The expected weight is 0.115. It was given in the question. Look at it. How do you know it? Because they told you that the following were obtained in the assay of a drug containing. So the drug was containing this. This is what we thought we had. But after the assay, we can't discover. So not be waiting we get. We get less than that. Times what? 100%. Oh yeah, now do this calculation and tell me what you get. 93 point what? 93.91% weight by what? Weight. So this is the percentage purity. Now, we have other questions present there. Comment on the safety of the drug, assuming BP specification of acetylsalicylic acid is 98.5 to 105. Now, you are not going to do that comment by yourself. The BP specified that the values you have is what? 98.5 to what? To 100 and what? 5. This is the accepted range. But what you had is 93.91. That means our value purity is low as compared to what? The standard given by the BP. Hence, the acetylsalicylic acid, which is the aspirin, is not safe for what? Use or for consumption. Are you getting it now? So that is what you need to comment here, because they gave you comment on the safety of the drug. That means the drug is not safe for use because it's not pure as what was specified. Now, how about if what was specified after your solving, how about if you got 99 point something? It means it is what? Pure enough to be used. What is the generic name of acetylsalicylic acid? I said it before, over and over again. Generic name is what? Aspirin. What is the name given to this type of reaction? This type of titration is called what? Back titration. Are you getting it? As far you can see this thing here, back titration. List 3 precautionary measures. You avoided error due to parallax when you are when you are reading your burette. Another different this thing you can actually precautionary measures. I shouldn't be the one to be telling you precautionary measures, right? You make sure that you take accurate readings. You make sure that you stop your stopper for the burette. You actually, you know that in you make sure that you off it so that more of the, when you reach your endpoint, you not continue titrating. Are you getting it? So that you can take accurate endpoints, or you can say you ensured that the accurate endpoint was taken during the course of what? The experiment. Is that okay? And just general idea concerning precaution. When you get there, use your brain. Small thing, you get it. My major focus is the calculation, and that's what I've done for you. So that is everything you need to know about this. All right. This particular one, I think we are done with this one. The next one is okay. So we are done with this one. Thank you very much for your time. We are going to see in the next one.